Hello, Jesse Good here. Today we're opening up the LEGO Star Wars 2018 Advent Calendar with 307 pieces. Retails for $40 in the United States. Not sure how many minifigures are in here because it's kind of a surprise. But how we're going to do this is we're going to open them up day by day in this one video. So I'll start with day 1 and with day 24. You can follow along in December. You could follow along now. And let's get into this. Alright, so we got the sucker open. You can see all of the days numbered right there. And also a little playmat right here. And we'll start with day 1, which is right here. And for day 1, we got a little land speeder. So here's the build for Luke's land speeder. It's pretty adorable. Definitely one of the better micro builds in general because it just looks exactly like what it's trying to portray. Doesn't seem like they cut any corners to it. And they even have some variation of the colors on the back, which is kind of accurate to the build of the set, which I really appreciate. That's it for the first day's build. Day 2, let's see what's inside this one. Oh, it's Rose Tico. So here is Rose Tico, and she was also in the same design in the Resistance Transport set, or whatever it was. It's like the $30 Last Jedi set. So this is a fairly easy variant to get. I don't mind getting another one of her because her hairpiece is fantastic, and I really do like her face print as well. It's very useful. You can see her back facial print right there. And that's it for Rose Tico. Day 3. And it is... Oh, it looks like... What is that? Wait, what? Obviously, it's the Arrowhead from the LEGO Star Wars Freemaker Adventures. How could I not know? Duh. Now, real talk. What the heck, LEGO? What a weird choice. I mean, nobody's going to recognize this right away. I had to actually skip to Brickvault's review of this and see what it is, because I could not. It stumped me. I didn't even get the set, the Arrowhead. Either way, this is kind of a bad build in general, because it doesn't even look like the Arrowhead if you put them side to side. I'm still questioning, is this really the Arrowhead? But who knows? Let's move on to day 4. Alright, day 4. Let's see what's inside. And this is... Wait, what? So this is the Republic Fighter tank, I believe. This is the one that they released as a set for $25 last year, and it's pretty decent. It's not the level of the Arrowhead in terribleness. It's not perfect, but I think it's a cool kind of a vehicle to do in this micro scale. But it might be a little bit too, like, simplistic in my tastes, but that's it for day 4. As for day 5, let's see what's inside. And it is IG-88. So here is IG-88, and with this, I'm realizing that everything so far has been from a 2017 set. Either a microscale build of a 2017 set, or a minifigure from a 2017 set, which I find kind of peculiar because we're a year after that. But it's the same version from that Bounty Hunter pack, which was very cheap, and in my opinion, I wish they would have done a more hard-to-get figure, but that is it for IG-88, and he does have that printed part up top, which is the most exclusive part of this whole figure. So for day 6, let's see what is inside, and it is, oh, like a little Cloud City build. That's actually kind of cute. So here is a Cloud City build, which I think is super clever for a little micro build, and I like how they have the tower right here, or whatever building you want to say from Cloud City, but also they have this little twin pod cloud car on the side that is pretty adorable and clever. So definitely one of the best micro builds in a LEGO Star Wars Advent Calendar, in my opinion, just for how creative it is and for its recognizable execution. It's simplistic, but still executed very well. All right, day 7. Let's see what is inside. It's a tough one to open. Oh my gosh. And it is a little... Oh, it's Anakin Jedi Star something. I totally meant Naboo Starfighter. You know I know this prequel stuff. But the design for this is pretty good. Honestly, I don't think it's bad. You can tell what it is right away. I just got the names mixed up. But yeah, it's basically what it is. I guess this is the first one that isn't really based on a 2017 set, so that is quite interesting. Alright, our next day is 8. And 8 is a little battle droid, yay. Yeah, boring minifigure inclusion because battle droids are so easy to get, but you get one here, and not much else to add. I mean, he just has a little blaster, and that is it for the battle droid of this Advent Calendar. Alright, let's open this up. And it is, Okay, Grievous's ship. That's what I'm going to say, and then I'm going to be wrong. Holy crud, I am good. This is General Grievous's ship. It's actually General Grievous's Starfighter, but I got that name right, even though it's a prequel thing, or maybe even the Clone Wars thing. But either way, the design of this is freaking cool. I do like how they interpreted it. They did a good job because it's a vehicle I'm not familiar with, but I can name it right off the top of my head. So good on them for this one. It's definitely one of the better micro builds of this advent calendar, and it's one I haven't seen in other advent calendars before. Don't think we've had one of these for a while, so maybe we'll be getting a new one soon. Is this a hint towards that? All right, here's day 10. And it is a turret, it looks like, maybe? So this is a turret, and yeah, they do a turret with all the advent calendars, but this one is actually kind of a unique design. I actually like it, and if you press down on here, of course it shoots out the stud, and that stud is forever missing. But that is it for this little turret. They do give you some extra studs if you want to use those. All right, day 11. Oh, great, look at this. I just tore off the top part, but it's this kid from Freemaker Adventures. So here is Rowan, and the design of this actually uses the one from the Tracker set, which has that hard-to-find torso print, so I do like getting this in here. Other than that, I wish they did a new face print for him in this set and that set, because it's the same one from the first Freemaker Adventure set in, what was it, 2015? 2016? I don't remember. He has some cool back torso printing, and no back facial printing, though, which is unfortunate, but you do get a blue lightsaber, which is pretty nice as well. All right, day 12. Let's see what's inside. And it is Anakin's Jedi Starfighter? I don't know. So here's Anakin's Jedi Starfighter, and the design of this is actually done really well. I like the curves that they use with these pieces right here. Gives it a very nice look, and it's instantly recognizable. So this is definitely one of the better ones of the micro builds of here. And that is it for Anakin's Jedi Starfighter. So here is day 13. And it is, this is going to be a hard one. So this is the Imperial Troop Transport, which, yeah, we haven't gotten a full-size one of this, and if all the other scales are full-size things, why would they choose this vehicle out of everything? I don't know. I mean, the closest one we got was that one from 2015 with the LEGO Star Wars Rebels, which was just a battle pack, so this is a very confusing choice to me, and I couldn't recognize it right away. But that is it for the Imperial Troop Transport. All right, day 14. Let's see what's inside. I said, let's see what's inside. These are so hard to open. And it is just a little gun holder or blaster holder. So here is that little blaster holder. Very basic build. It's all on this little sand blue piece. Yeah, nothing too much going on here, honestly. All right, we got day 15, which is, again, very hard to open with just one hand. Well, I'm like tearing it from the middle right there. I'm ruining this box. Oh, look at that. It's a Death Trooper, right? So here's the Imperial Death Trooper, and this is a figure that was very sought after with the release of the Rogue One sets. And this version is the one from the Battle Pack. And for that, I mean, I wish they would have done the version that was from, what was it, Krennic Shuttle, or one of the more expensive sets, which had a different printing, and that one's much harder to get than this version. But still, this is an Army character that people really want. They want an Army build with this one, so I do like its inclusion in here. Of course, underneath, if you take off that helmet, he has the angry clone face, whatever you want to call it. And here is day 16. And it is, oh, the little, what are they called? Raftar, I think it is. So here is the Raftar, which the design of this is pretty simple. I do like how they use the cow horns in that brown color, which is just nice to get in that color. And they even have like the Fez hat at the back. But yeah, it's kind of recognizable if you're a Star Wars fan. If not, these aren't really the most iconic Star Wars things, so you might not notice it right away. Not a bad build, but not a great build. Day 17 is... Let's see what it is. And it is, oh, the Guavian security guard, I think it is. So here's that security guard, and makes sense because we just got the Raftar. This is a good inclusion because they only came in the Raftar Escape, which was like $80, and this is a figure that is kind of sought after, in my opinion. I wanted him because he has a new molded head. So I like that they included him in this advent calendar because now this is a cheap way to get this character. So that was a really nice inclusion, in my opinion. So now we're on day 18, which seems to be a little First Order TIE Fighter. So here's the First Order TIE Fighter. It's basically their Advent Calendar TIE Fighter build, but with the First Order flair to it, which makes it a little bit more unique. It's simple, but again, effective. You know what it is right away. And that is it for the First Order TIE Fighter. Let's move on to, what are we on, day 19? All right, day 19. And inside, let's see what it is. It is, oh, look at that, a little walker. So here is actually the AT-AT cargo one. So I think it's AT-ACT, which is from Rogue One. That's why I didn't recognize it right away. I think I've only seen Rogue One like twice. So LEGO hasn't done an actual version of this in large scale. They've done AT-ATs before, but not this cargo version. So that's why it has that orange part in the middle, which I do like getting those pieces in orange. I don't have too much of that piece in orange, so it's pretty cool as a micro one. You can also move the little legs right here, which is always fun and adorable to do. So that is it for the AT-ACT. So here's day 20. And it is... wait, what is that? So this one is the Zeta class Imperial Shuttle. I did have to Google that one because I didn't recognize it right away. This is one we haven't gotten in LEGO form before, and it would be kind of interesting to get as a LEGO set. I just wish they did more Rogue One sets in general, just to kind of switch up the typical LEGO Star Wars release cycle. But either way, I guess this is a decent interpretation of that vehicle. Let's move on to the next day. All right, day 21. Let's see what's inside here. And it is, oh, a little speeder bike. That's kind of cute. So this is the speeder bike, and the design of this is very well done for the limited pieces they had to use. I actually really like how this came out. This might be my favorite of the micro builds in here besides the Cloud City. It's actually levitating on this little dish right here and that cylinder piece. But yeah, they use like the bucket top handle piece. They use some of these lightsaber holder pieces. Very good in my opinion. So very happy how this one came out, and let's move on to the next day. All right, day 22. Let's see what's inside. And it's a little Christmas tree moisturizer or something. So this is like a moisturizer Christmas tree. It's kind of funny and clever. I also like getting these little pole pieces, the shorter ones, in that light green. I don't have too many of those in that color. So yeah, just a cute little substitute for a Christmas tree, and I think it's pretty clever on how it turned out. I mean, I guess they're saving the exclusive characters for last, but they already spoiled both on the front of the box. Oh well, I guess I can put them in my thumbnail. And it's, wow, it's ripped actually. No, it's Antok Merrick. So here is Antok Merrick, and this is a character I really wanted because he is exclusive to this calendar. He has an exclusive face print and hair color for that piece, which makes me really happy to get a new hair color for that piece, which you can see his torso, I think, is the same one as the U-Wing pilots, if I'm not mistaken. And he also has an alternate face right there, which he still looks pretty confident. So what a nice inclusion of a Rogue One character we didn't get before. And finally, we have day 24, which has, should have that snow little guy. Yep, there you go. So here is the Snowman Pilot, I guess you could say, which I love that exclusive face print. That's very useful because we haven't gotten just a snowman print like that in really any LEGO set before, as far as I could tell. And it kind of looks weird with the 3D carrot being 2D, but I could still take it. But also you get this exclusive helmet as well, which is Antok Merrick's helmet. So they print that here, and you could just put it on Antok Merrick if you'd like to kind of complete the figure as a whole. And he looks great with that on. But that's it for all the builds. We'll put them all on the mat, and then we'll go to the final verdict. So I have all the builds out on this mat right here, which the mat design's weird because it's facing this way on one side, and then it's kind of like mirrored facing this way on the other side. So it just doesn't really have much place to put all the builds in a really order that makes sense. But that's it for that mat. Now on to the final verdict. So overall, this advent calendar is definitely a step up from last year's, which I don't remember having any exclusive figures or anything like that. It just felt like a lot of weird reprints. This one has some kind of common reprints, but also some uncommon reprints that I really like. But it has 2 exclusive figures, and that's the main draw of this, getting Antok Merrick and getting a little Snowman Pilot, which is a cool inclusion that has a very usable face outside of the Star Wars world. Not only that, but there's a lot of cool little mini builds. Some of my favorites include Anakin's Jedi Starfighter in here, some of the Rogue One stuff that we didn't get as bigger sets, the little mini Cloud City, which was just too clever, the Luke's Land Speeder mini build. There's some weird choices like doing the Hammerhead or whatever that Freemaker one's called, and doing some kind of ships that haven't been done in a while, like General Grievous' Starfighter. But yeah, as a whole, I actually do recommend this one. I'd rate it a B. It's always fun opening these up day by day, and it kind of sucks that I have to do them all in this one review, but hey, I wanted to get the message out that this is actually a pretty good advent calendar. Actually, a really good advent calendar compared to some of the more recent ones. So that's it for now. Hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll see you guys later. Peace out. Bye.